Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook.
All right, thanks a lot, Ken, and thank you for tuning into the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook. And we're talking about the Penguins tonight. The Pens shut out the defending Stanley Cup champions, the Blues, tonight, and they did it behind a backup goalie, Tristan Jarry, 28 saves tonight. They also had a new guy score, a couple secondary scores. And, Gene, you know, this team, who would have thought this game would have been won with Teddy Bluger, Stefan Nason, and Alex Galchenyuk with Tristan Jarry in net after what the Blues did to him a couple days ago.
Well, that's pretty much who they're down to, Rich.
Yeah, I know.
Score. No, that was a great goal by Teddy Bluger, the redirect on the first goal. But the Blues certainly didn't go down without a fight. They pulled their goalie with 5:49 to play. All they got out of it was they drew another penalty, so it kind of backfired. But I admire their pluck. They are, by the way, the defending Stanley Cup champions.
Yeah, and they looked like it the other night, and they had a nice road streak going. They were looking to get points in 11 straight. The Penguins ended that. The Pens playing pretty well right now, staying in the playoff mix. I know it's early, and you know I don't really start paying attention to the playoff where they are in the wild card spot until like the middle of January-ish, February. But right now they're kind of piecing it together, almost like the Steelers.
Yeah, I mean, the Penguins have a lot of moving parts. I think Jim Rutherford really likes this team. I don't think he's looking to, you know, make any great alterations. He just wants to have everybody back. But just about every team in the league has these issues. The Blues are all chopped up with injuries, too. So, as you mentioned, Rich, there's a long way to go here.
All right, so the Penguins have a bunch of guys that are week to week. Sidney Crosby's not coming back till, I would say, January. Who knows when Patrick Hornquist is coming back. But eventually they'll be at full strength, and it looks like they'll be at full strength at the right time. Now, speaking of full strength, Gene, the Steelers, they're not even close to being full strength, and they're hanging in there too with 4 games left. 3 of those 4 are on the road. This is one of those must-win games coming up here, and this is the kind of game that worries me, Gene, because there was so much emphasis placed on last week's game against Cleveland, and so many storylines, so much went into it, I felt, emotionally, physically, and this is the kind of game when you look at this, you look at the Cardinals' record, that they could maybe just look past, and that's what worries me about this game. You know, I don't want to call it a trap game, but I want to, you know, how do you avoid that letdown here?
Yeah, I mean, the Steelers did have a lot invested emotionally in that Cleveland game, certainly the second Cleveland game, given what happened in the first. I don't necessarily see it that way, Richie. I think the Steelers are really thrilled to be where they are right now, which obviously is the 6th AFC playoff spot if they can maintain it. But I think they'll go to Arizona and play pretty well. Arizona is a terrible defense. They're a terrible team, frankly. And it wouldn't surprise me at all to see the Steelers come out of there with another win.
Yeah, they should win that game. That's a game that they need to win. What do you think, Gene, it takes for them to get to the postseason? Do they have to finish 3-1 here down the stretch with these last 4 games?
Yeah, probably. They have 7. I mean, 10 wins would clinch it, I'm pretty sure. 9, they would need some help. So, you know, however that works out. They could probably get away with 2-2, but that's not the way to do it.
All right, so I guess the big news concerning the injuries for the Steelers right now, Juju Smith-Schuster, he didn't practice again today. Right. We had a chance to talk to him, and he said he just started running on his knee today. Did not cut. They were all straight runs. You know, that's kind of worrisome. And even when I asked him a question about, you know, being frustrated watching the team and not him being involved, and then he kind of alluded to he's hoping he's going to get back before the playoffs.
Yeah, I saw that quote. Mm-hmm.
So, you know, what does that say? Like, he's week to week, essentially, right. But I wouldn't expect him back maybe until that Baltimore game.
Yeah, which is, you know, right before the playoffs, if there are any.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that the Steelers have going for them is that the Ravens likely will have clinched by the time the Steelers play them. So that could change the dynamic in the Steelers' favor at that point.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, especially with this win and the Patriots' loss. And, you know, right now they're headed for that #1 seed. And
right.
So if they have a game up on the Patriots, they could pretty much sit everyone. And the Steelers, that could help the Steelers get in there in that final game. All right, we got to take a break. Also talking a little bit about James Conner. We'll talk about his status coming up next, plus your phone calls. 412-575-2600 is the number. Got a couple lines open, so get on the hotline right now. Back in a couple minutes on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook.
The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, celebrating 25 years as Pittsburgh's #1 home exterior expert in roofing, siding, windows, and gutters, where honesty and integrity still matter.